Yeah.
And
Woo! Welcome everybody to another podcast of Just
just
Like
like
Us.
us.
I'm your host, Justin Burgess, my lovely lady, Leti Zito.
Hi, everyone.
Woo!
Welcome in.
Welcome in
Thanks
everybody.
for joining us.
Thank you for joining us wherever you're at. Good morning, good evening. You could be anywhere in the world, but you guys are here with us. So thank you for
Yeah.
being here. We're growing and we are doing some new things and venturing out, and yeah, we're excited to be here. This is our second season, y'all. So we're on season two,
Two.
Just Like Us.
What are we talking about on this episode?
So when
tonight,
nobody
Justin?
claps, show up anyway.
Hmm.
This is a big one for me because I'm a clapper. I be clapping. So
Yep.
I'll clap for myself if nothing less. You know what I mean? If nobody else does, I will definitely clap for myself and show up for myself. Just recently, I looked at some of the analytics and I seen that we're getting more views, but they're not the extent of the entire podcast, which is, hey, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And so for us, it's really showing up regardless if people are clapping or not. We're showing up and we're being consistent, and I'm starting to see that it's taken, it's the course it's supposed to be, and that's us, being able to build on what we started. So again, we're really proud to be here. We've been showing up consistently for, I think it's 3 months. It's 3 months today. Yesterday was our actual 3 month anniversary for being here on Just Like Us. And so again, it's being consistent and showing up. And if nobody else is going to clap, I will.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna clap loud because I'm my own fan. But nonetheless, I'm the biggest fan of myself. So again, I'm showing up for me. Letty's showing up for her, and we're doing some big time things. So we got a new platform and things that we're diving into. So there's a lot of great news on our end, and one of them being, so I made my very first dollar online the other day, and yes, so it was a huge success for me because I've been working on being able to, get money or not money, but be able to make sales and to be able to, while I sleep, and this actually happened. So not only did I get one sale, I was able to make 10 in one day, and so it just showed me that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. Yes. So again, that was the very first day I put up this bundle pack that I have that we've created within Biz Success Academy. Shout out to all my team members at Biz Success Academy doing some wonderful things, and we're really making some huge moves in the digital world. So Biz Success Academy, we have been launching, there's been several products that we've been launching like every other day, every couple of days. There's been something new that we've been launching. And the one that I made my very first online dollar with was the Instagram bundle. And so with this Instagram bundle, it's a whole package deal for $7. It shows you how to go about getting on Instagram and being able to go viral, and how to start growing your your followers and people that that believe in you, that your tribe, so to speak. And so one thing that we have now, if you look in the top, I think would say your guys is top left corner, top left for you guys, top right for me, you see that QR code. Go ahead and scan that one and get this bundle, and not only support us but as well as yourself. It's not like we're just trying to sell something. This is something that it's value. This is valuable. I've already been able, they're going like hotcakes on my end. So just know, like, I've sold I think 20 of these things, and people are loving it. It's value. It's not like I'm just out here trying to gain a dollar from you guys. It's something that's very valuable, and there's a lot in this. It's packed with 285 pages of content that is going to help you guys succeed. So again, we're here doing this, showing up, and if nobody else is clapping, I am.
Clap.
You know what I mean? So how you feeling today, lady?
I am feeling fantastic.
Let's go.
Fantastic.
You look good.
Thank
You look great.
You look amazing too. Like,
you get that shirt around.
my closet.
I love you.
Love you too.
So yes, we're showing up for us nonetheless.
Yeah.
We're here consistently. And again, I think this is episode 1 for season 2. And so every 30 episodes we're gonna do a second, third season, or whatever that may be. And so we're showing up and we're making it happen, y'all. Some big things coming up. I won't spill the beans on anything, but I just want to say that us being consistent and showing up is really starting to show a future for this, what we've been doing. And so really proud to say that we're here. we're making, we're making progress. And again, it feels right. It feels right. We've been doing this for 3 months, and it just feels good. It feels great actually. So yeah. So again, shout out to anybody who's in here. I see we got one person watching. How do we go and see them? You got to excuse me. If I click on this, you think it'll?
I'm not sure what it will do.
Let's see.
It's
still going.
The screen bigger.
So okay.
But if they put anything in the chat, we should be able to in that chat on the right hand side. See it right there.
Right here
in the chat.
That one.
That.
Okay.
So
boom.
Well, if anybody comments,
we
should be able to see.
All right. If anybody's on here with us, shout us out. Say what's up. Let us know. We're on a new platform here called Restream. So we're doing something different, and we want to be able to make sure that this is working properly. And so this is our very first, not dry run. This is our very first live run, so to speak. So again, we're doing it as we're going, learning as we're earning as we're learning. You know what I mean? So again, we're making stuff happen. So if anybody's on here, say what's up. Let us know you're here. I see somebody's watching, but I don't know how to see you specifically. Oh, me, you, and you. Oh. Yeah, you watching. Okay, so
it's fine.
Either way, showing up, making it happen.
Exactly. We're still here.
Okay, well, how you feeling? What do you want to do?
Well, just what is it's when nobody claps, right? Show up anyway. I know a lot about that. I've done a lot of I spent a lot of time by myself, and I did a lot of things in the dark, so to speak, right? That I didn't know would work or not. I trusted that all that prayer and meditation and writing that I did, in the closet was going to pay off. And I hoped it would. I prayed that it would, and eventually I had faith that it would. And, here we are today. And nobody knows what I was doing in there. Nobody could see what I was doing. Nobody was clapping for me. And I still kept going, there have been many times I've clapped and do clap for myself,
as loud as me.
I mean, it's getting there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm getting there, but literally clapping for myself, right? When I've done something good, I didn't used to do that. I would, I didn't feel good enough. So I would be like, God, okay, well, I did that thing, but now I've got to do more and more and more and more, and it's those little things when I accomplish something, cleaning my dishes, clap for yourself, because there was a time I didn't even want to do that. And so, all the work that we've put into this podcast, all the work we've put in to better ourselves, right? Getting off of substances and strengthening the relationship with ourselves, but also with each other, right?
Right. Yeah.
I didn't know if it was going to work or not, and there's, so I think being your biggest cheerleader, it's really important, and giving yourself permission, giving yourself what you need. I know for me, I looked to a lot of people, including you, to give me what I already had to give myself, and I just was on with another group. We did a beautiful meditation where, we went back to our childhoods and pictured ourselves as little girls or little boys, right? And I got to let that little girl know you might, the people in your life might not have been able to give you what you need, but I'm here for you now, and I can give you what you need. I can clap for you. I can give you all the attention that you need, and of course, is it nice to have somebody, let you know that you're doing an incredible job? Of course it is. I'm not going to sit up here and say that doesn't feel good, but that is not why I do what I do. Right? I do what I do because I want to feel good, and me feeling good is no longer dependent on how somebody else feels. Right. And let's not get that twisted either. Sometimes, that little girl comes out and it's like, oh, show me attention, do this for me, do that for me. Right. But we have that within ourselves, and I have a God, right, that I can go to with those things, who's going to help me. Right. I don't have to do this by myself. But I realize that, that God in me is going to help that little girl. He has the whole time. I'm still here. That's proof, right? For me. So with that, validation can be a dangerous thing too. I mean, I don't know about you, but there have been times I've kind of had to limit my social media interaction because it's easy to get on there and, you know, with whatever you're going through. I mean, there's, you know, there's something for everything you're going through. There's an opinion for everything. There's a validation for everything that you're going through. You'll hear what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. And so, you know, I've had to back off a little bit from social media because I found myself, you know, looking for validation, right? Because I wasn't looking to people, but I found something, right? And so I just, you know, took myself off of there. I want, you know, I'm getting to the place where I can validate myself. I came here validated. We all did, right? But we all start comparing and, you know, let's clap not just for ourselves, but like clap for each other too. Like we're all here to win. Right? When you win, I win. You know?
Validation
when I
feels
win,
good.
you win. Of course it
you know,
does.
but it can't be the reason you do the work, right? It feels good, but it cannot be the reason that we're getting up and doing what we have to do, you know, to validate or to make others happy. I'm learning more and more on a daily of like how important it is for me to show up, because again, being consistent, that hasn't always been my strong trait, you know what I mean? But it hasn't always been like my downfall either, you know. I have been a very strong-willed kind of person, but being consistent is different, you know what I mean? It's like you really got to show up every day, and not every day, because you're gonna have them days you get that you're off days, but for the most part, like showing up, being consistent, like over the past year and 3 months now, man, it's paying off. And I'm saying paying off like spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. You know, it's paying off for me because I'm seeing the results of me showing up. I'm excited to be doing what I'm doing. I'm hyped up. I feel energized. I have more energy now than I ever did when I was using substances. You know, it was like kind of on the contrary, because now I'm full of life. Before it was kind of like, you know, I was full of like, you know, the dark side. I mean, not that I was a dark person, because I was still like the light even when I was. But you have that dark in you, that's that tendency to want to do evil or bad. And so for me, showing up now, I'm like, I'm fully me, you guys. I'm like fully me again. Like one of the things that the hurdles that I'm, you know, having to deal with is the food, the poison in the food that we might not, you know what I mean? But if you think about how many people that we know have died of cancer, I'm sure a lot of this has to do with the food. So I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but I just want to say I've accomplished so much in this past year that for me, my next goal is to be able to stop eating the foods that are basically potentially poisoning me. And so, you know, that's my own thing, but being consistent has been key for me, and I'm definitely clapping for me. You know what I mean? I'm definitely saying, man, you got this, you know, amongst other people. There's other people that are close to me, that are around me, that are saying, we see in what you have. And I was just told 2 days ago that I asked one of the team members that I'm working with, and I said, why are you pouring so much into me for? Not that it was like, what is it called when you have that why me kind of like, what is it called, that syndrome, imposter syndrome? It wasn't one of those. I was just asking. I was curious of like, this person is pouring so much into me, and I said, why me? And she said, because it's very rare to find people like you. You're a rare thing. And not that there's not people who are go-getters. She's saying the people that continuously show up and that are willing to put in the work and work hard for what they want. And she said, you are one of those people who I see and I'm taking with me, because I see the potential in you. And I'm like, okay. And it sparks something in me too. But again, I have put in the work, and at times it can be difficult, but I'm giving myself an attaboy. I'm giving myself the credit to say, okay, because there's days where I'm like, sometimes I feel guilty for just hanging out and like watching TV, like, which I don't ever really watch TV, but sometimes I'll turn on the Universe channel and watch stuff about like the earth and things but sometimes I feel guilty. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing more. I need to be doing more, because there's a lot to accomplish. I want to be able to leave my son with something that he can build on. And I seen a comment today actually, about me and him in our suits with Master P. And somebody's like, your son must feel good knowing that he has a suit just like his dad. And I said, you know what? I got like 43 suits, and I think he's got like 15. Like legitly, I think he's got like at least 10 suits in his closet. And the impact is you can see it. Like this little boy showing up. We wore all white, and he didn't get a dang thing on his all white tuxedo. Nothing, you know. And so I'm just saying that to say, I'm showing him what I'm doing, and he's able to pick it up, and we're able to, like, you know, move forward together as a unit, him and I, because he is from my loins. He's somebody that, you know, that's God's child. Of course, he's someone I'm protecting, but that's God's child. You know what I mean? So as are we. But yeah, yes, that's somebody that I have helped create this life for. But I don't own him. I'm just here to guide him and train him like God does for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for me, I'm like, I don't own this kid. He's gonna get up, he's gonna grow up, and he's gonna be. I'm here to train him and show him the ropes so that he's safe, so he doesn't run out in the street, so that we've been riding bikes. He rode a bike the other day. Okay, I know I might have mentioned this on the other podcast, but this kid rode around the whole marina, which is 1.2 miles, with some help for me, and we attempted it the other day, but instead of going around the marina, he just went back and forth on this like straightaway, and it was really cool to see him do it because he's getting better. Like at anything we do, we practice. First he was nervous, like I don't want to, scared that he might fall, he might laugh, and I'm like, it's all right. You know what I mean? I get it, I do. But once you get on there, you're gonna love it. You're gonna enjoy being up there. And he's like, I love this, Dad. I love this so much. And you can see the excitement and him light up from being out there and pedaling on his bike and like learning. Use these muscles. And I'm teaching him. I said, use these muscles. And I'm being very specific to what it takes to ride a bike. Excuse me. So you're being able to use like his groin muscles, his stomach. So
you all right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. No, that's I mean I love that you say that, and what's the the thing is it's showing up, right?
Yeah.
It's being consistent, whether it's like riding a bike or finding a new hobby that you like or something that you're not good at. Find something that you're not good at, right? Because that's how we grow, is by doing something that scares us,
being uncomfortable,
right? Doing something that scares us, trying something new. That's what I've been doing for the last couple of years is like really just exploring the city that I live in, because I was always so busy working, and I had kids, and we had sports, and cheerleading, we had all kinds of stuff, church, so there wasn't a lot of or I shouldn't say there wasn't a lot of time. I didn't make time for that, but this time around I've really explored like the city that I live in, and I love it here. There's like so many amazing things to go see. There's the downtown library, there's we have casinos, we have places where there's performing arts, which I love. There's music, there's parks, there's so many parks. I've gone to so many parks, and it's just brought out that kid in me that has reminded me that I could clap for myself long, right? I didn't need to find someone else to clap for me. And I'm not saying don't clap for people, right?
Yeah.
Do that. I mean, we're here to support each other. We all need that little push. Sometimes it can be, discouraging when you feel like you're doing all this work, right? And nobody's recognized it. There's always somebody watching,
yes.
Right? You're watching.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And if you believe in a God, right, he's watching,
right,
not to punish you, right? He's the one encouraging you more than anybody else ever will, and it's nice to have that support. But at some point, right, just like little baby birds, they get pushed out of the nest, and use their wings to fly. Right. And we get that opportunity until we come to a new opportunity, and we need that support again. Right. And then being able to support yourself.
Well, what about those people who don't necessarily have some of the same opportunities? One thing that I asked one of my close friends, I asked her, I said, what about people who have never seen the Bible, that don't have any idea about the Bible? What about people who was raised differently? What about the people who haven't learned yet certain things? And well, I mean, it's really a person's take on what it is that you're seeing. Because I mean, just because I see it and I see it a certain way doesn't mean that that's true at all. I mean, my truth may be way different than yours. You know what I mean? So it's about what we take in and how we deliver it to other people, I think. And in my opinion, I don't want to be too strong with how opinionative I am about anything toward you guys. I just want to say, in my opinion, life is what you make it. It's hard, but it's it's also fun and enjoyable, so like blessing, and like the beautiful things in life. Like, I mean, just can you guys the chance, the facts that we're here, all the trillions of cells in our bodies, I mean, the fact that the earth is a perfect distance from the sun in this big, massive universe. I don't know what it takes to keep my body running, but I am very, very happy to be here. I'm very blessed to be able to walk all my phalanges work, and I'm here, and I'm able to show up. And again, if nobody else is clapping, I will be, because I'm not going to fool myself to thinking that I'm not valuable. I'm very valuable, and I don't mean monetary wise. I mean like in this universe. Like, can you imagine the universe without you there to be in it? Can you imagine you without the universe to see? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things to be grateful for. And again, like me not having the feeling of that depression or whatever it was I was going through. Like, I think about that when I wake up. Like, the very first thing I woke up and thought, I'm glad I'm not feeling that weird depression feeling, and I'm able to wake up. And I do that like religiously, and not just thinking about that, but when I wake up, I'm like, I woke up again. You know, I woke up again, and I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely.
So I wake up in a positive mood every single day, no matter what. Even though I got to go to work, my alarm's set for 5:30, 6 o'clock. Who wants to get up when you don't want to get up? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Really, like, of course you're going to go provide for your family, but I'm waking up and I'm happy because I get to go to work. I get to put on my boots. I get to go do these things, you know, and I'm excited to be here. I've only got maybe, I don't know, 15,000 days left. And that's not that long. You know what I mean? You've got what, 36,000 days if you live to be 100. That is not that long.
That isn't.
I got about 15,000 days if I'm lucky. Like, I'm on the downside of my life, which I never really expected to be saying, but I'm on the downhill slope of my life, and it's bittersweet because I've learned a lot, but I'm like, I want to be here for 1,000,000 years, at least 1,000 years. If I could be here 100 years, that's not long enough to see. The world's pretty big. Small if you see somebody in another town that's like, hey, you know, fancy seeing you here, but really, like, the world's, I think, is pretty big. I've never been anywhere but, you know, Punta Cana is as far as I've ever been, away from Nevada. So for me, I'm excited to have the ability to breathe. You know, there's so many things that go wrong, and I mean, you like that. I think that we just take things for granted, and you know, as people, it's just like every day we wake up, it's just, that's how it should be. But there's people who are beside their kid's bed right now that their life is just being right there by their kid's side. You know what I mean? Or being by their parents' side, or whatever the case may be. That this whole world that's and you get somebody that's like been in, you know, by their deathbed from their child, and they go outside and somebody like bumps them, doesn't even say excuse me. And you have just like, you know, the world that doesn't really have that lifestyle, that we're just kind of like living our life daily and not really understanding that there's some hardships out there. There's some things that people are going through that, you know, there's death going on all over the place. People's hearts are broken. People like feel like, you know, committing, you know, and being, you know, like they don't want to be here. And that's real. That's real stuff. You know what I mean? That is very, very real. And so being mindful of that. So I'm just saying, for me, when I'm out in public and I see people, which I do every day, I see people, I wave, you know, I give people high fives. I make an interaction because that's how I am. That's not saying that, you know, anybody else needs to be like that. I'm just saying, for me, I like to feel the interaction with humans. I like to know.
Why not?
You know?
Why not give it a try, right? Why not do something different than what you've been doing? You know, we all want to feel wanted and, you know, feel connected, right?
Yeah.
And so be the connection that you want to see, right? Instead of always, you know, to me, that's like selfish, waiting for someone to like, well, if they don't do it to me, I'm not going to do it to them, right? Go be that. Like, what do you have to lose? You know, you might actually get that connection that you're seeking and help support someone else, and in turn get the support and the help that you need. It comes when we show up for ourselves and we show up for others. You know, we don't have to like hoard it and try to grab this piece of the pie just for ourselves. There is more than enough to go around. I mean, we've been here for a very long time. You know, we keep evolving and we continue to move forward. Like, there is more than enough, right? We can share with each other, you know. And I get it. Like, I'm not perfect at it. I'm not up here saying like I got it all figured out, because I don't. The older I get, I'm like, man, I thought I knew some stuff. I have a lot to learn, but I'm willing to learn, right? I'm willing to tell myself, you don't know it all, because I don't. I'm willing to learn a new concept, learn a new idea, let new, you know, experiences come to me. And man, opening up my heart, you know, has just been such an amazing experience. It really has, you know. You know, and keep planting seeds, right? Because I've seen things where, in my past, growing up, I'm like, gosh, I've been doing A, B, C, all the way through Z, and I'm not seeing anything, and maybe, it's just not going to happen for me. I've wanted inner peace because I've had so much inner chaos in my life, and reading all the books that I've read, and going to church, all of that has paid off. Those were all seeds that were planted, and then other people came in and watered those seeds, um, and I'm watching things in my life grow, internally, not so much, externally. I've had those things, I've chased after that stuff, and those things are nice to have, but it's really, what I'm cultivating inside of myself, and what I'm allowing my higher power, whom I choose to call God, cultivate in me, right? Just that softness, and that love for myself, and for, the people around me again.
All right.
Yeah.
We got little Justin. I can't wait till he comes up here. And one of the things that you had touched on just a second ago was, well, let me just say this, little Justin, I've been trying to coax him into coming up here, because this kid steals the show. I'm just saying, when we were out at the boot camp, just recently, and Justin, he said, Dad, I want to go say hi to Spectacular. I want to go give him a hug. I said, well, go. He's like, come with me. I was like, no, just go. Because they were eating and I didn't want to interrupt. But I knew if he went up there, it'd be all eyes on him. Because, this little handsome kid, blue eyes, blonde hair, like perfect skin, like this nice white tuxedo, just like looking fresh. And so he kind of like, I was like, trust me, you're going to want to do this. I said, you'll never forget this moment. I said, and he did it. He was brave. He went over there. First thing he did when he went up, he's literally right there with Master P, the billionaire Master P, the mogul, and Spectacular Smith. And you know what he says? He says, Spectacular says, hey, what's up, little man? And Justin gives him a big old hug, right? And so as soon as he gives him a hug, guess what? There were 2 photographers and about a dozen people in there. And I swear you, like, both photographers, cameras on him, lights on him. They lit him up. And I see this person with the camera, this person with it. So everybody sees this little boy over there. It's cinematic. Like, this kid he lit it up and like kind of stole the show. This little handsome little kid goes over there. And so Spectacular says, because he had already asked Justin what he wanted to be when he gets older. And it was the dopest answer for me to have him say from our point of view. He says, so Justin, what you want to be when you grow up? And he said, an entrepreneur. So he says that to Master P, because Spectacular says, hey, Justin, come here. Tell Master P what you want to be when you get old. He said, I want to be an entrepreneur. And Master P just started laughing. And to me, it's not about like showcasing my son. It's not about like making $1 off him. It's just, he's very, articulate with his words. He's very well spoken.
He's so loving.
He's such a kind heart. Like,
he does.
This kid, like if he's like disrespectful or rude at all, like it's only like it's literally like within a minute where he's like, I'm really sorry about that, Dad. And he comes to his senses. I mean, not his senses, but it's like,
he just realizes.
He sees I'm like, that was mean, and I don't say that to him most of the time. I don't have to, but when he really comes back. He's like, I'm really sorry for that, and I love that about him. He has that empathetic side about him that he's very sympathetic, and he's like, if he can sense if he hurts your feelings, and he doesn't really like to hurt people's feelings, which I love that. So he's sensitive, he's compassionate, he's very endearing. He's somebody that you gotta love him. He's just very sweet and sensitive, you know what I mean? And he's just a great little soul. I love that little boy. So this was a great episode, and we're happy to have you guys here with us. And again, it's going to keep getting better and better. The content, we're working on getting some more content out there for you guys, and so that you guys can stay tuned. We want to get the numbers up, and right here on you guys' left hand side, I might be right hand side. I'll see your right hand side. The Create Your Own AI. So this is something we just dropped yesterday, and it's the AI Genie. And so you guys, if you guys scan this code, listen up, check this out. This is going to enable you to build your own chat bot. This AI is something else. So this AI that I'm building is going to be speaking in like how I talk, but it's going to be like it's going to know me first. It's going to get to know who I am, and I'm going to develop around all of the information that I pour into about what I'm doing for my business. And so it's going to structure like the language it speaks to me as in a way that it's going to be structured for like my business and the things that I'm doing. So I'm really excited for this.
That is exciting.
So this is the AI Genie. So click that link or actually scan it with your phone if you guys can, and check this out. It's really a for real game changer. I can tell you what, this is without no salesy stuff. Like this AI Genie, that right there, if you click on, is going to change your guys's way of doing business for reals, or even your
everyday life.
Yes, I was on a call today with the team, and the features and the things that this thing does is like, I didn't even realize how powerful this thing is. And so I'm excited because like I learned a lot about it today, and I'm going to go dive even more into it. And I'm going to create my own chat bot with this AI. This Genie is going to help me build my own chat bot, which I should be having up in the next couple of days. So meaning that I'm going to have all these things structured for my business, straight game changers. So if you guys aren't in Biz Success Academy and the school platform, listen, click this link right here and get in here. Oh, actually, this is the social media bundle. But I want you guys to know that with what we're doing, we're making moves and bettering what the progress we're going through and the things that we're doing. So, you know, we're upping the value and upping our game. And here, I think in probably next episode, we're gonna have the ability to be able to buy coffee mugs, to be able to purchase the Just Like Us coffee mugs. And you know, things to support us, you know. So buy us a cup of coffee if you can, show up and support, and so that we can continue growing. And you know, stay tuned because we have a lot of new things coming about, and we're excited to have you guys here growing with us, because we've all been here from the ground up. So I know a lot of you are just like us. So let's keep moving forward and making progress. So again, today's episode is all about showing up and clapping if nobody else does for you. You know, to make sure that you show up for you, make sure that you clap for you. Make sure at the end of the day, you're like, you know what, you did great, you did your best, and you know, tomorrow's going to be even better. You know, make tomorrow one step better than today, and you will progress. So, yes. So, thank you guys.
We love you.
We love you guys. Thank you for being here. Will it show it? Yes. It did yours, not mine. Again, thank you guys for being a part of this, and let's just continue growing. So, until next time, you guys, we'll see you then. Peace.